This video is powered by Goalie Guild Gaming. G3 has partnered with us to make these videos possible and are dedicated to supporting esports goalies around the world. Make sure you check them out at goalieguildgaming.com. In our last video, we talked about how to save breakaways, and we did it in a different format than previous years because I really think that breakaways and play reads, there's no recipe to save every single play or every single breakaway. Every time you face one of these plays in game, you're making decisions. You're constantly making decisions and adjusting your position. There's no combination of buttons you can hit to make every single save. So what's more beneficial for you guys is to see certain plays, make a guess on what you should be doing, and seeing if you're right or not based on your knowledge of the game. So following that trend, we're going to do another video full of that. It's not just going to be breakaways, it's going to be different types of plays. And let me preface this by saying that they're not all going to be sexy saves. When you're playing with the best players on offense and the best players on defense, there's a lot of broken plays. And it requires a different level of skill and discipline than you might find in a drop-in game or even in club games, where the goalie is expected to be a savior and a hero. A lot of times in this game, we see up-and-coming goalies get a lot of hype when they're playing on bad teams because they stand out on the ice. They can read high-level offenses, and their team's so bad defensively that they give up clean plays all the time. And it's easier for goalies to save clean plays because you can commit to them. And what happens is those goalies who get hyped up get put on top teams. And once they get put on top teams behind good defense, they start to perform poorly. It's because they're still trying to be the hero for these teams when in actuality what they need to do is be a source of reliability and consistency. All right, in our first clip, the center gets the pass as he cuts towards the middle, and he's got it pulled back on his stick. In this freeze frame, you'll note my positioning is pretty deep. What should I do? Should I come up and challenge the shot just in case he goes far side? Should I hold my ground? Or should I start to cheat towards my far side post in case he passes to that green winger, who I will let you know is cutting towards the middle of the net? Well, what I do here is I challenge the shot because maybe he doesn't have far side open because of that winger blocking the lane, but you never know. So I come up to the top of my crease, I hold my short side angle still by gaining depth, but I also start to take away the far side shot, just in case he decides to go there. And he decides to go short side, and we get our blocker on it. And our second clip here is a rush play. The winger has the puck, and you can see him turn to his backhand, and this is decision-making time. Is he going to take the puck and shoot it short side, or is he going to pass the slot to that trailing center for a one-timer? And if you guessed one-timer, you'd be correct. The reason we know this is because this skater has turned to his backhand. He's facing the boards. He's not going to get a good shot off from that position. My defense has collapsed on him, so the guy is wide open in the slot, but he can't actually cut back across. He has to shoot the puck, so we can safely slide in front of this puck. And what I actually do here is hold speed boost and stand up and slide over to save the one-timer. Our third clip here is all about positioning and discipline. There is a broken play from the point shot. It gets deflected and it goes behind the net, and this green winger picks it up. You see me hugging my post. The reason I hugged my post is just in case they picked up that rebound and shot it right away. I needed to seal off the post, but he hasn't shot it yet. So what should I do? Should I stand up and retreat back to the center of my net? Should I stand up and challenge the shooter, or should I stay on my post in butterfly? The correct answer here is to stand up and lose some depth. That pink winger is wide open in the slot. The pass is going to be going to him. I don't know if he's going to shoot far side or short side, so I kind of have to hedge my bets. But by standing up and losing a touch of depth, I actually put myself in a good position to save both, and the far side shot goes off my pad. Our next clip comes off of a broken play. The green winger has picked up the puck and has a bit of a partial breakaway into the net. And the reason I wanted to include this one is because, yes, we have to read the skater, but we also have to read the situation on the ice. So is this guy going to try to go to his forehand for a far side shot? Or is he going to hold it backhand and go short side? And obviously here, he has no room to go to his forehand. My D-man has that covered 100%. I have faith in that right D-man to cover that. So I know he's got to go to his backhand, and if he somehow gets it to his forehand side, then it's not my fault. My job here, when my D-man is in this good of position, is to take away the angle on the short side, and it's a very easy read, I would say, and a necessary one. Okay, this next clip is a clean breakaway by one of the top forwards in the game, Goalie. All right, he has the puck in the slot, and you'll see he holds it for a second, and then he starts to speed up again. That's a classic Goalie move. Sometimes he'll shoot that, and sometimes he'll take it in and try and dunk it on you, and it's an absolutely terrifying move from that guy. A lot of respect for him. Anyway, this clip has been made easier, not to pump my own tires, by losing my depth and staying with the skater. You see me work back in the crease. That has bought everyone in this video extra time to make a decision. If I had stayed up at the top of my crease, I would have had to have made a wild guess and make a desperation save. But since I'm coming back holding speed boost, I've matched his speed. And is this guy going to go forehand or backhand now? If you guessed forehand, you'd be correct. He has a ton of speed and not a lot of space to change directions. And I'm actually kind of giving him the forehand side so I can take it away. It's a bit of a risky move. But I think it's just a result of me creeping back in my crease. But I'm holding that speed boost so I can match the speed to the forehand side and we make a nice breakaway save. Okay, this is a two-part clip. There's a lot of puck movement here. And I want you to note a couple of things. I want you to note the situation on the scoreboard, on the clock, okay? And I want you to note my positioning here and where the puck's going. We know the puck is going to that pink winger. Look at my positioning. Should I A, butterfly slide and sell out on the one-timer, or B, stay standing up and square up to the shooter? And you'd be correct if you said to stay standing up, stay in control of my movements. I'm in very good position to save a shot, but I'm also in very good position to save a one-timer. He's pretty far away. We have a lot of time to get over there. We do not need to sell out in butterfly slide. So he gets the puck and he doesn't shoot it right away. All right, now he has the puck at the top of the circle. And there's a lot of things that could happen here. Is he going to shoot it far side? Is he going to shoot it short side? Or is he going to pass to the green winger cutting towards my back post? If you said pass to the green winger cutting towards the back post, you're a very smart goalie, but that is not what happens. He shoots it short side. Now, why he doesn't shoot far side, I'm going to assume is because my blue winger has that lane blocked. Short side is also a little less open. But I want you to look at my positioning. This guy is a very smart player. He has the puck loaded up for a good wrist shot. He has two options. He can shoot or pass. Looking at my positioning, I am vulnerable to a snipe here. I am very deep in my crease. I might have short side covered a little bit, but there's a good chance it goes in. The best players in this game don't always do what you expect him to do, and that's what makes them so good. He might see my positioning here and say, he's cheating. He's looking for that pass on the back door, so I'm going to shoot it. And he has a good chance to make it go in, but he just doesn't quite have the angle to get it top corner, and we get a blocker on it. All right, this is our last clip, and you'll see the puck go behind the net. He does not wrap the puck like every Division I club team you faced will do. He holds on to it because he knows that that's not going to work. Notice my positioning here. I'm on my feet. He is behind the net, directly in the center behind my net. What should I do? Should I hug my post on his backhand side and butterfly to stop the short side attempt? Should I drop to butterfly and cover my far side post? Or should I stay standing up and move towards the middle of my net? In reality, you could have hugged the far side post. But what I did was I stay standing up, and he passes to this green winger, and I get a great animation because I was standing up. I get the split saves animation, I get a nice reach on my glove, and I'm still in control of my movements. If he held the puck any longer and didn't pass to this winger, and I'm in butterfly, then I start to swim in my crease trying to track him in butterfly. And that's not what you want to do. The reason we stay standing up is to stay in control for as long as possible. The only time you drop to butterfly is in scenarios where you're 100% sure there's a shot coming. Because if there isn't, you have to slide in butterfly, and that's a guaranteed way to slide out of position. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, not the sexiest saves ever made by any means, but that's what high-level gameplay is about. It's about being consistent and reliable, and sometimes that means giving up a cross-crease play that you might save normally, or it might mean getting scored on because you have to trust your defense because you can't be sliding out of the way all the time. It's just the way it is. It's the nature of the beast, but I thought you guys would appreciate seeing what it's like playing against the best people on offense against the best people on defense. We'll see you next time.